Hello, my name is Jacques Mendiola-Tagle. I'm a pianist of 12 years and an instructor of beginner piano, and this is my method book, the Classical Parlor Piano Method Book, specially designed for children ages 6 to 11, written and illustrated by me. I'm going to walk you through the first chapter of the book to show you how I use it to teach beginner piano. Let's begin. Here in the index, you can see that the book is comprised of 5 chapters, each built of 4 lessons. The chapters cover basic sight reading, musicianship, moving hands, and playing with hands together. Now, before the first chapter begins, there are a few pages of foundational information to help young students get their footing. In this first foundational page, you can see an explanation of treble and bass clefs, as well as an explanation for a measure and time signatures. Notice how there are many explanations for what the individual numbers in the time signature mean. Below this is an explanation of note and rest values for a quarter, half, and whole beats. On the next page, you can see a basic explanation of the notes on the treble clef. There is an illustration of where the notes are on the staff and on the piano in relation to middle C, as well as mnemonic devices to help learn the notes more easily. Every good boy does fine for the lines, and face for the spaces. The bass clef is taught in the same way as the treble clef, with illustrations of where the notes are on the staff and on the piano in relation to middle C, and mnemonic devices for lines and spaces. Grizzly bears don't fear anyone, which I came up with for the lines, and all cows eat grass for the spaces. With this foundational information in place, students can readily jump right into the first chapter of the book. Now, each lesson in this book follows a basic formula. If you look in the upper left corner of the page, you can see a basic explanation and illustration of the lesson concept, which in this case is the 5-finger position in the right hand. Next to this is a basic lesson plan that a teacher can choose to follow if they so wish. It includes things such as clapping and counting the rhythms, pointing to and singing the note names, and playing the piece while singing the finger numbers and while singing the lyrics. Below this is the lesson music itself, which always includes finger numbers on top, and most often also includes fun lyrics on the bottom. Below this is a teacher's accompaniment that is used to enhance the musical sound of the lesson pieces and have students have more fun with each lesson. The music itself is simple enough for teachers to be able to play with ease, regardless of their skill level. Allow me to demonstrate. Finally, on the side you can see a thematic title and matching illustration. This is to help students become more engaged with each lesson and have a fun time as they're learning piano. Now, every one of the preceding lessons follows this same basic formula. As you can see in the upper corner, there is the basic explanation and illustration of the lesson concept. Next to that is the basic lesson plan. Below that is the music with the finger numbers and the lyrics, and below that is the teacher's accompaniment, with the fun illustration on the side. In this lesson, the bass clef is introduced to teach students the 5-finger position in the left hand. Lesson 3, the Pogo People, introduces the intervals of a perfect fourth and a perfect fifth, and illustrates them on the grand staff and on the piano, as you can see in the upper left corner. This lesson has a unique activity in which students take a pencil and mark the perfect fourths and perfect fifths in their music. This will help them better learn the lesson concept. The final lesson of Chapter 1, Playing Catch with Papa, has students playing with both hands asynchronously for the first time. Because they're playing with both hands, there are no lyrics in this lesson, so that students can focus on their switching hands and changing finger numbers. To further help differentiate between the different finger numbers, they are color-coded blue for right hand and green for left hand respectively. So as I mentioned before, every single one of the preceding lessons in this book uses the same formula of explaining and illustrating a new concept, giving a simple lesson plan to follow, and giving music with finger numbers for students to learn. In addition, every single lesson has a fun and colorful illustration to keep everything fresh and exciting. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Classical Parlor Piano Method book. Thank you.